Hey everybody, welcome back to another Keep My 5 Alive video. It finally stopped raining here in Richmond, Virginia, at least for today. We got more coming, but figured I'd do the little intro to this on the outside. I had already filmed this. I would have loved to done it outside, but yeah, it just didn't work out like that. So here you go. Hope you like it. This is what I did with my Holtzman survival kit that I got and wasn't impressed with. I feel like I improved it pretty well. So comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Hope you like the video. Alright guys, today we're going to be looking at what was formerly known as the Holtzman survival kit. I don't know if you saw my video of it a couple videos ago, but this was a $35 survival kit, $32, something like that, and I was not impressed with the contents of it. I got it because it was different than these ones with the waterproof plastic case or whatever. This has first aid in it, and just seemed like it might be a better kit, but I was thoroughly unimpressed with it. So I have improved it, and it is now a true SHTF kit, and I'm going to call this, check it out, the G.A.G Bag, grab and go. And my reason for that is this has got everything you're going to need in it for a day or two. Honestly, I've got a shelter in here, believe it or not. Yes, it is tightly packed. It is not busting at the seams, really. It's easy to zip and unzip. It does kind of explode a little when you open it, but it's manageable. And let's start with the outside. I added this rotating D-ring to it. Gives you something to grab onto, hold. You can attach stuff to here, or you can clip it on with a carabiner. There is a carabiner inside here, so you can clip it onto whatever. You know, with a beaner, you can attach this to your belt. You can attach it to whatever. You can stick your finger in it. It makes it an easy way to make sure you got a secure grip on it, so you're not going to drop it. As you can see on the outside, I've got two large heavy-duty zip ties. They go around here twice, actually, or well, one complete time, I guess. And you know, shelter building, whatever, handcuffs. You can use these as handcuffs. They're on the outside. They're easy to get to, quick to get to. On the back here, on the outside, easily accessible, self-defense and cutting. You know, I got this in an SHTF box, the June box, and was skeptical about it. It seemed like a nice knife, but it was very dull. I tell you what, man, I sharpened this thing with a ceramic hone and then stropped it, and it is super, super sharp now. It is ready to go. I haven't sharpened the serrated part. I've got a little diamond sharpener, and this thing is sharp now. This thing's ready to go. Right center on the outside of the bag. If you got this thing gripped up under your forearm or something and you're having to run, and like I was saying, that's the idea of this bag. This is a bag, and I'm going to do a real world test of it. It's unfortunately, and this is the reason I'm doing this inside, unfortunately here in Virginia, it's going to rain for the next 9 days. So that real world test is going to have to wait. I know rain would be the ultimate real world test, but I'm not trying to go out there and get muddy and soaking wet and everything unless I have to. Real world test without the rain would prove the same situation, whether you can make shelter, whether you can make fire, whether you have food. I'd rather do it without the rain unless it's absolutely necessary. But anyway, you can grab this, and this is the idea of this is you can keep it in the car. But the idea of this is if you have it in your house and you have to leave your house immediately and you don't have time to grab your big bag and all your supplies, you can grab this bag, jump out of your bedroom window, and know that you're going to be good. I don't know if you can tell by the sound of me dropping it, but it's got some weight to it because it's got a lot of stuff in there. But it is not overly heavy. It is not for what it is anyway. And you would be good with this for a couple days. So let's get to it. Let's get to the inside of it. I don't know if I'm really going to leave that on there. That was a more dramatic effect. But you see the outside. Oh yeah, and I didn't show you the lanyard that came with it here. I just strung it through the outside, but that's attached on there. You can attach this to your pack or whatever you wanted to with that. And that's also got a, you know, a ferro rod and a clip, and a whistle. So it's a paracord. So, you know, that's more stuff on the outside. Let's get to what's on the inside. You're not going to believe how much stuff I got in here. All right. So like I said, it kind of explodes when you open it. Eating utensils to start with. You know, you're going to need that. You know, I know it's just a grab and go bag. It's something to quickly get you out of there, but you're going to need something to eat with. So why not? It's better than eating with your knife, which I have done before. I forgot my utensils on a backwoods camping trip on the Appalachian and had to use a big fixed blade knife to eat with, and it was not, I mean, it worked, but it wasn't great. So on the outside, or on the top there, we got some candy. The arrangement of these really means nothing. It's non-specific. That's just where it is. There's some candy, morale booster, a little sugar rush, little, you know, make you feel a little more comfortable. This fell out when I opened it. Might as well go ahead and show it. This came with the bag. This is a whistle. Pretty good whistle, actually. Get the stuff out of the side here first. This is a Millennium energy bar. This is a food meal replacement kind of thing. This thing is 400 calories in this bar. This is a densely packed food bar. It's got some fat. It's got some protein. So it's 8 grams of protein, not a whole lot. But we fixed that with our second kind of snack, peanut butter. Just m.r.e. peanut butter. You know what? Peanut butter is great. This is my go-to snack. If I'm hungry and I don't need to eat a whole bunch because dinner's coming or whatever, a spoonful of peanut butter and you are good to go for a while, man. It's got protein, it's got fat, it's got calories, it's got everything you need. Peanut butter is awesome. Let's put that here with the food. This is food stuff. There's my whistle. Food stuff. Eating utensils are food stuff. Alright, let's see what else we got in here for food stuff. There's a Tootsie Roll in here somewhere. Yep, Tootsie Roll. You know, a piece of chocolate and some sugar. That's what Tootsie Roll is. Piece of chocolate and sugar. Or, you know, sugar in chocolate, whatever. You know, that's great. That's why they put them in m.r.e.s, because they're a great thing. Let's see, I'm not going to get to that yet, because that goes with first aid. Little water bag. This is, this holds, it's not quite a quart. You know what, I don't know exactly how much this holds, but it's probably going to be 16 ounces. Looks like it's probably about 16 ounces. It does stand up. It's hard to get the bottom of this open. It does stand up. This is a bag that the Epicenter doing for free. I don't know if anybody orders stuff from the Epicenter, but anytime you get something from them, they throw in something simple for free, like this, or a hand warmer or something like that. But this has got a reclosable top, so it's better than one of those liter stand-up bags, the World Pack bags, which are great, don't get me wrong, but this has got a cap on it. I do have a Wazoo survival gear bag. They also will throw in free stuff. But looking at it, when I was thinking about putting it in here, it doesn't have the pleated bottom. It's not a stand-up bag like the World Pack ones. The Wazoo bags do not stand up like the World Pack ones do. Let's keep that in mind. Here's what I was telling you about. Shelter. This is just one of these cheap UST shelters. I think these are $6. But I tell you what, these things work. It's a shelter. It will keep you out of the elements. It'll keep you warmer than you would be without it, obviously, because it's a reflective blanket. And you're going to be good with this. This will fit at least 2 people, but this is really kind of a one-person thing. But you know, you could always supplement your other bug out bags with it also. So yeah, there we go with shelter. Another part of shelter. This is a 55-gallon heavy-duty contractor bag. I'm not going to unfold it and everything, but this is, you know, this thing is 5 feet long or whatever. You could make a sleep. You could use it for a bivvy. You can use it for a shelter if something happens to your other shelter. Great thing to have. Great thing to have. We're gonna consider that shelter. Could be a ground cloth too. Set up your shelter and use that for a ground cloth, water collection, whatever you want to do. So many uses. Let's revisit food here for a second. So I have got part of an m.r.e. This is beef ravioli and meat sauce, and yeah, it's just an entree, and I have got a heater in here to go with it. So there you go with a meal. Like this is a, you know, you eat that and you're probably going to be good for a while. m.r.e.s, you know, I can usually make 2 meals out of an m.r.e. There's so much stuff in them. But yeah, got some meal there. This is the first aid. This is partially the first aid kit that originally came with it. It had 5 triangle bandages in it for some reason, so I left the gauze in it because that's helpful. I do have 2 of the triangle bandages in here, but I added a bunch of medications. I added sunscreen, I added insect repellent, I added ibuprofen, I added aspirin, sunblock. This is a leave. I'll tell you what, man, you got a sore knee or something, a leave is the way to go. I've got antibiotic ointment, which also works as burn cream. That's more leave. I added just a bunch of necessities for first aid. Poison ivy cleansing towel. I'm not allergic to it, but I could be with somebody that is. And then it's still got the Band-Aids and Q-tips that it came with, the little shears that it came with that actually work. A little bit of moleskin. But yeah, that's the first aid kit that I kind of made for it. Some stuff I had laying around, just made a first aid kit for it. Next is what I think is very important: toilet paper and little towels. This is 3 things of m.r.e. toilet paper. I usually use 1.5 to 2 of these each time because it is not a lot of toilet paper, but you got at least 2 good wipings there, maybe 3 depending on who you are. And then these are these towels you get wet and they expand to like 16 by 16 or something. Believe it or not, they're the size of a freaking I don't know, Alka-Seltzer or whatever. But yeah, they're good to have. That's basically a hygiene kit. I was going to try to put a toothbrush and stuff in here, but not really a whole lot of room for that. All right, next we have a 12 by 18 piece of aluminum foil. And yes, that is folded up tiny. Look at that thing. Has a 12 by 18 piece of aluminum foil about the size of a stick of Wrigley's gum. So many uses for aluminum foil. It's not even funny how many uses there is for that. Oh, let's see, what else have we got here? Fishing kit. I added 2 already rigged twirlers. I added 2, there's 2, you can barely see them, but there's 2 slightly larger hooks in here. 3 slightly larger hooks, I'm sorry, that I added, that are already attached to string. You just tie your string to the end of that. Just wanted to add a couple things because the hooks that were in there were really tiny. So, just improved it a little bit. Let's see, what we got next? This is the paracord it came with. This is probably about 6 or 8 feet. I just left it in there because you can never have too much cordage, of course. But I also added, believe it or not, this is 24 feet of paracord. 550 paracord. This is 24 feet of it. This is enough to build your shelter and still have some left over. Right in the bag. Emergency blanket. Now again, you've got a contractor bag for ground cloth or whatever. You've got the shelter. You can use this for what its intended purposes. You don't have to worry about making a shelter with it or anything. That came with it, of course. This is 18 feet of wire, snare wire, whatever. Mechanics, we call this frame wire. You can fix anything with this. You can make traps out of it. You can build a shelter with it. You can repair automobiles with it. I've done so many things with this stuff that you would not believe. But yeah, that's 18 feet of it. And that's a good thing to have. The kit did not come with anything like that, believe it or not. I still got that survival card in here. I talked about how I hate these things. I think they're ridiculous. I think they're useless, really. But what the heck ever. It's in there, so whatever. Brunton compass, or not Brunton, I'm sorry. This is a base plate style compass. I showed this in the video on the bag. It's the same one that came in it. I did add, this goes with that ravioli. This is Papa's Perfect Salt-Free Seasoning. It just goes with that ravioli. This is a UST striker wheel. These things are great. And that goes along with the wet fire that I put in here. Wet fire is great stuff. I don't know if y'all have had the chance to use it, but wet fire is great. Oh, and this is not UST. I'm sorry, this is SOL. This is an SOL fire starter. You get one of these with every package of their wet fire style. I can't remember what they call it. But yeah, I've got a couple of these laying around, so I figured I'd throw it in there. Let's see. Also have, I just did a video on this, a short video that didn't work out as well as I wanted it to. But this is a SOL mag striker, magnesium rod and a ferrocerium rod. And as you can see, that's a huge magnesium rod and a normal size ferrocerium rod with a big sturdy handle and a good striker. I do suggest if you get one of these and you use it, use a knife to scrape this off. Don't try to use the striker. It does not work very well to scrape that off. It makes sparks great, but it doesn't get the magnesium off like you want it to. Believe me, I worked hard to try to do that and it didn't pan out very well. This is the pepper from the m.r.e. I have got water purification tablets. 10 water purification tablets and the instructions that go with it, just in case. This bag is kind of set up so if you gave this to somebody that had no idea what they were doing, they could still do it, and they're going to need the instructions for these. So there you have it. And that's about the extent of my additions to it. I didn't add, I mean, it had most of the stuff you needed in it, so I didn't have to add a whole lot, but it was lacking in some areas. It didn't have a good knife. Well, it had this thing, but it's not that great. It didn't have any kind of tender in it. It didn't have the snare wire wasn't there. It's got like 12 feet of paracord in it. It didn't have shelter really. You can use your emergency blanket for shelter, but then you don't have a blanket. And the first aid kit was really stupid. It had 5 of these in it, or was it 6? I think it was 5 of these in it. What do you need 5 triangular bandages for? Bandage triangulaire, sorry. But oh yeah, I skipped over this. And the stop bleed. This is basically well, it is what it says it is. It's an anticoagulant, just like the Celox. It's just a different brand. Apparently this stuff is FDA cleared. It's approved by Lou Ferrigno. So hey, how bad can it be, right? He is actually an emergency first responder. I didn't know that until I saw this, but that is true. He is or was an emergency first responder. What a guy. That's the guy you want coming in your house to save you. And at Lou Ferrigno, man, that guy pick you up and just carry you out like it was nothing. But anyway, that is my improvements to the Holtzman survival kit. Like I said, it's not going to be referred to that as anymore because, well, it's a whole lot better now. Hope you liked this part of the video. I am also going to be doing this to another kit that I bought. I just did this one first because I don't know why. Be honest with you, but yeah, I hope you liked it, and look out for another video like this with a different kit, one you can purchase at Walmart and just add a few things to it and make it better. That's like 20 bucks. This was 35, I think. Don't waste your money on this. Get a bag like this. You can buy, I think I spent $10 more. Of course, I already had some of this stuff, but I probably would have spent about $10 more to make it way better. Now it has shelter, it has food, everything you need. So yeah, look out for the next one, and I hope you like this one. Like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. See you next time.